Clay Christensen identified association as one of the 5 key discovery skills of creative innovators. Association is the combination of 2 or more apparently unrelated products, services, processes, and/or ideas for the first time to solve a problem. Think of how the Swiss Army knife combines so many useful everyday objects into one neat, best-selling solution. Steve Jobs referred to association as connecting the dots, and Robert Barron coined the phrase pattern recognition to describe it. Kevin Kelly talks about the combination and recombination of products and services. But I like to simply call it mix and match. But regardless of what we call it, association is a very powerful stimulant to generate divergent solutions to problems and opportunities. Arguably the greatest mix and match experiment of all time took place during the Renaissance, when patrons brought together a diverse group of artists, sculptors, architects, writers and poets from all over the world to collaborate and exchange ideas. It resulted in a period of creativity that is unrivaled in history. Modern-day innovators refer to this experiment as the Medici effect. There are just so many examples of association at work in innovation. Let's look at some. The smartphone is an incredible example of combinational thinking. This game-changing communications technology combined everyday stuff like the telephone, text, the watch, diary, address book, notebook, maps, calculator, camera, photo album, internet, radio, music, the bookstore, game center, filing systems, news, and so much more into one indispensable everyday phenomenon. Pure genius, Mr. Jobs. In 1978, John Vogt, a coffee-loving scientist, noticed that his percolator had no moving parts, just a bottom heater that moved the water up and over the coffee grounds. Eureka! The HP Inkjet thermal printer was born, a breakthrough invention that brought personal printing to the masses. What about the associative effect that underpins biomimicry? Geckel is a potentially revolutionary adhesive that can attach to both wet and dry surfaces, whose strength comes from a silicon similar in structure to a gecko's foot, combined with a polymer that mimics the glue-like action of muscles. Elon Musk's Solar City mixes and matches solar panels, traditional roof tiles, and batteries to create beautiful-looking, low-carb energy houses with green, low-cost energy bills. And the drone, bringing together remote-controlled airplanes with powerful GoPro cameras, GPS, 5G, and AI to potentially disrupt delivery systems, physical distribution, and surveillance. In 2012, a New York baker combined the donut and the croissant to produce the cronut. This pastry sensation had customers queuing for hours, with the confectionery selling on the cronut black market for up to $50 each. Association will play a massive role in exploiting emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, blockchain, and the next generation interfaces like virtual and augmented reality, voice, 5G mobile, and wearables. It's easy to imagine almost infinite possibilities to associate existing products and services with all this new tech. So think about your problem to be solved, your POV statement. Think about how you might associate, mix and match, how you might connect the dots or combine 2 or more existing products, services, processes, and/or ideas for the very first time to solve your problem. And be mindful of this classic quote by Einstein: "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them."